Britain. Ah yes. Britain, a land of pride, a land of culture, a land full of people very proud of their history and traditions. And the only other thing that the British people love just as much as their traditions is ball games. Like football, rugby, or, if you are an absolute beta male, cricket. But in England, there is a small town that has its own ball game. One that dates all the way back to medieval times. But what really sets this ball game apart from the rest is its embracement of another British tradition. Recreational violence. The Atherston ball game.
This guy is TOS. Why? Never heard of him.
But before we get into the mad lad, a big thank you to Private Internet Access for sponsoring this video. I have all the time in the world for VPNs because they are very pro-internet freedom and very anti-censorship. In my line of work, a lot of people send me articles to look at and I'm always worried that one of these links will be an IP grabber. So I flick my VPN on before clicking $11.99 in the small town of Fill the Ball with gold. And the rules of the game were very simple, because there were only two rules. Rule number one: whoever had possession of the ball at the end of the match was declared the winner and got the gold. Rule number two, a very important rule: you are not allowed to kill anyone. And that was it. Those were the only two rules, and apart from those two rules, you could do whatever the hell you wanted to make sure you had possession of the ball. The first ever match was won by Warwickshire, and it greatly entertained not just the rich people, but also the peasants. So it ended up becoming an annual event being played every year on Shrove Tuesday. This tradition ended up continuing for hundreds of years. Now why is that? That's because the English people are very, very passionate about their ball games. A little too passionate.
Watch your window, honey. Watch your window. Stand away from the window.
But football hooliganism isn't something that just appeared in the last 40 years. It has been around for a very, very long time. The violence that took place over ball games got so bad that the Highway Act of 1835 actually made it illegal for any ball games, even just standard games of football, to be played in the street due to the property damage and violence that they caused. But the town of Atherston, being the birthplace of this particular game, ignored this law and every year continued to host their game, despite the fact that out of all the ball games in Britain, none were more violent than the Atherston ball game. This yearly game resulted in mass violence and destruction of property throughout the village of Atherston, and it got so bad that in 1901 the Atherston police petitioned the council to ban the game, but this request was voted down by parish councillors, as they probably knew that banning the game would have made the people of Atherston extremely upset. I mean, they knew what the people of Atherston
Doesn't even show the fucking game. Just show some fucking hooligans doing nothing.
If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and a comment on what you want to see next.